Greetings everyone! In this video, I would like to discuss about a noble doctor from Andalus, Abulcasis al-Zahrawi. The movement for writing and translating Western books emerged and developed at the beginning of the 2nd century of Hijriah. At the same time, the science of surgery also developed and began to be known by the public, whereas in Andalus, it didn't develop before the 4th century of Hijriah. In this era, treatment by doctors was limited to prescribing drugs and diagnosing disease, and no one dared to investigate matters about surgery, except for Abulcasis al-Zahrawi. He is the third surgeon in the Islamic world after Abu Bakr al-Razi and Ibn Sina. Therefore, al-Zahrawi is called the father of modern surgery. Abu al-Qasim Khalaf bin al-Abbas al-Zahrawi, known as Abulcasis or Zahravius or al-Zahravius, was born in the city of Az-Zahra, Andalusia in 936 AD. He is a descendant of the Ansar tribe warriors from Medina, Arabia, who conquered and settled in Spain. He dedicates his time voluntarily to caring for the sick and war victims. Al-Zahrawi died in 1013 AD at the age of 77 years. Today, his name is remembered as a street, namely Calle Abulcasis. The house where he lives has become a cultural heritage protected by the Spanish Tourism Board. There are few details about al-Zahrawi's life due to the destruction of Az-Zahra during the Castilian-Andalusian conflict. The first non-biography of al-Zahrawi is illustrated in Al-Humaydi's book, Jadwat al-Muqtabis fi Dhikri Falatil Andalus, composed 6 decades after al-Zahrawi's death. Al-Zahrawi's popularity as a surgeon spread throughout Europe. According to Will Duran, at that time, Cordoba was a favorite place for Europeans who want to undergo surgery. During the leadership of the second Caliph, Al-Hakam al-Muntasir bin Abdurrahman, Cordoba had 50 hospitals that offered excellent service. Al-Zahrawi also served as a royal doctor at that time. In his medical practice, al-Zahrawi emphasized the importance of close observation in individual cases in order to achieve an accurate diagnosis. He also reminds the public to not perform surgical operation on just any random shaman or doctor, because only certified doctors are allowed to do it. Al-Zahrawi formulating and explaining surgery with an easy-to-understand concepts contained in his 2 writings, Amar al-Akakir al-Mufradah wal-Murakkab and Al-Tashrif liman Ajiza an al-Talif. The second book is his greatest work, consisting of 30 volumes and 500 pages. The most famous is the final 30th volume entitled On Surgery and Instruments. Al-Zahrawi discussed surgery in the last volume because surgery is the highest form of medicine, and one should not practice it until one is familiar with all the other branches of medicine. Al-Tashrif is the first book on surgery among Muslims. Despite being ignored by doctors in the eastern part of the Islamic world, Al-Tashrif had a tremendous influence among European Christians. Translated into Latin in the 12th century by Gerard of Cremona, Al-Tashrif was later translated into English, French, and Hebrew. For 500 years, this book was the main source of medical knowledge in Europe. Al-Tashrif is preferred for its concise clarity over the work of the classical Greek physicians, Galenus. Al-Tashrif describes various surgical techniques and classifies 325 kinds of disease along with their symptoms and treatment methods. It includes methods for managing shoulder dislocation and fractures. Centuries before, Theodor Emil Kocher introduced a similar technique to European medicine. Al-Tashrif was the first to describe an ectopic pregnancy, a case of hydrocephalus, and also the first to describe in detail the medical aspect of hemophilia. In the last chapter of Al-Tashrif, Al-Zahrawi introduced more than 200 surgical instruments, including 26 of his inventions. One of the most famous is the catgut or surgical thread. Al-Zahrawi makes catgut from animal tissue, usually from the intestines of goats or cows, so that they are acceptable to the human body and halal for Muslim. He made the application of alligators of bleeding pain and sutured the inside using catgut. He preceded Amour's paw, a famous French barber surgeon who claimed to be the first European to use sutures in 5 centuries. Al-Zahrawi also provides a detailed explanation of the use of ropes, surgical spoons, retractors, hooks, surgical rods, bone saws, plaster, and much more. His surgical instruments are currently preserved intact in the Cordoba Museum. In the pharmaceutical field, Al-Zahrawi is known for his expertise and rich experience in mixing and using drugs. Al-Zahrawi was the first to use special molds in making medicinal tablets. He explained that the medicines were packaged in a pill, powder, and liquid form. Al-Zahrawi was also adept at distilling rose water in the best way. Likewise, Al-Zahrawi is also called the father of cosmetics and beauty care, and a pioneer in the field of aromatherapy. The 19th volume of Al-Tasrif is a cosmetics and aromatherapy textbook. Al-Zahrawi considers cosmetics as a branch of medical science, which he calls Adawiyat al-Zina. Medicinal cosmetics he found include armpit deodorant, hair removal wand, hand lotion, hair dye, hair treatment to improve curly or frizzy hair, and early suntan lotion. Al-Zahrawi also said that aromatherapy is part of alternative medicine. The use of aromatic substances helps to improve mood and temperaments, which will improve general health.